That's so good.
So you get you in Arizona. You got Larry, you got Kurt Warner.
That team was so fun to watch.
Legendary
I won a lot
offense.
of money on y'all.
Legendary offense. Just
I won a lot of money on y'all.
record-breaking offense, man. But tell me about that. The great Kurt Warner and obviously Larry, and just playing with them, what you were able to learn, what you were able to pick up, and just that overall experience.
Yeah, like playing in Arizona, it was like a tale of two halves. Because like when I first went to Arizona, like we were the laughing stock of the NFL. And I remember like when I got drafted, and obviously you excited because you got drafted.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, Arizona?
Yeah, they have a football team.
That's honestly what I said. Like, I don't ever remember seeing Arizona play on TV.
That's a good point.
That was before league
It's a good
passed,
point.
too.
It's a good point.
Yeah, so I'm like, man, Arizona. And then when I go out there, like, I remember my first time I had talking to reporters or whatever. And they was like, what's your goals for this year? And I'm like, man, I'm trying to make the playoffs. Like, they was like, playoffs? Like, it's like Jim Moore was in, like,
Playoffs.
like, we don't say that word around here. I'm
That's
like,
crazy.
but you got to remember, I came from Florida State.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In my 3 years playing at Florida State, we played in 2 national championships. Like, so I only know, like, in high school, you know what I'm saying? Like, we win. Like, that's all I know. So, like, I'm coming to the league, and they're telling me, like, hey, you got to taper down, like, your expectations. Like, this ain't that. Like, we ain't that good here. And I'm like,
You don't understand that.
That sounds terrible.
so to me, like, even my rookie year, I remember having a great year individually, but like going home mad after every game.
Yeah.
Because we losing as a team. Yeah, you breaking records and you doing all this other stuff, but like, bro, I want to win.
No doubt.
Like, and then you got to go home and you guys played.
Yeah.
You know how bad it sucks, like watching somebody else play in the
win.
playoffs?
Oh, yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Like year after year, I'm like, bro, I want to be in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like I want that. Like, you know what I'm saying? No. So for me, like my first couple of years in Arizona was real frustrating. And so we ended up hiring Denny Green. And
Where you come from Minnesota Vikings.
Minnesota
big dog.
Vikings.
when Denny Green came out, like I just went to him like, hey, coach, man, I got a couple dudes that I know can help us win. So I'm like, you know, you have celebrity basketball games. I'm out recruiting dudes. Like, hey, bro, like, come rock with me in Arizona. Like, the weather great all year round. Like, so I started Edrin James. That's how EJ came out.
That's love.
A couple other dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, hey, bro,
Setting that culture,
I got to
man.
turn this around.
That's
Like,
what's up.
so I'm going to get other dudes like to play with us. So it was me, Fitz, and then we ended up getting Kurt. And then Kurt had just came from New York at the time, where he was going back and forth. I think him and then they ended up drafting Eli. So like he didn't get a fair shake in New York. And then he ended up coming over to us, and he played like the first year he came over, but then they ended up drafting Matt Leinart out of SC.
Out of USC.
And then they ended up firing Denny Green and getting Ken Wisenhunt. So like at that point they were actually playing. Kurt wasn't the starter. They were starting Matt Leinart.
Okay.
Kurt got inserted. So crazy part, like Kurt was actually better than Matt. I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
But because they drafted Matt in the first round, he was a top 10 pick.
Yep.
They were playing Matt. And then, like, it'd come a certain point in the game where we would try to get the offense going, so they had packages for Kurt. So they would bring Kurt in, you know what I'm saying, to give the offense a spark or whatever, and then, you know, they'll bring Matt back in.
That's tough.
And we were like, man, come on. Like,
that's tough.
as receivers, man, put Kurt in. Let us rock. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and
that's
then
tough.
Matt ended up getting hurt. He dude hit him, came off the edge on a blitz, and he ended up fracturing his collarbone. So when Kurt got in, we like, not that we want Matt to get hurt, but we like, bro, we trying to win, fam. Like,
I know what time it is.
Kurt got in, we rolling. I think with Kurt, 3 years in a row, we ended up leading the league in like passing.
Yeah. So
No,
fun.
know what I'm
I want to
saying?
let
So,
that thing fly.
Yeah.
Let it fly.
Let it fly, damn it.
Let me ask you a question, because you talked about going out recruiting guys, and this is one thing that is real easy in basketball. It's real easy to recruit guys, and it's real easy to have a connected locker room because it's only like 15, 16, maybe 17 of us. How hard is it in a football locker room with what's 100 and some guys? How many guys?
It's
on the roster?
53, like
It's 53.
on the
But
final
then
roster.
then you got practice squad,
Yeah.
and you got. So
So
how
it's-
hard is it to have a connected group and do this receivers hang the receivers, or because I know one thing about sports. Yeah, you can have the coaches and you can have the X's and O's, but you got to put them dudes in the locker room, because when you feel like you playing with your brother as opposed to just a teammate,
Right.
you going a whole another extra yard that you might not have went for that teammate that you punching that 9 to 5 for your brother that
Yeah.
you going to war with.
So I think in football it's a little more difficult, obviously, than basketball, because you have a lot more moving pieces, and you have salary cap.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so for us, we can go try to get, you know what I'm saying, whoever it is that we want to come in and rock with us, but do they fit in the salary cap?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And are they the type of player that's gonna benefit? Because you can go get a dude who's good, and y'all know, like, every dude that's good is not good for the locker room.
Yes, exactly.
You can go get somebody who's a beast on the field, like he'll tear your locker room up.
Tear this shit up.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, you got to be careful. And I think a lot of times, like, GMs, they look at just the talent.
Yeah.
And they don't understand, like, how a locker room works. There's one guy in the locker room who you cannot remove from the locker room.
In every sport,
In every
team.
sport.
You
And
know
if you
what? That's a
remove
great
that
point.
one guy from the locker room,
I agree with that.
it's going to tear the whole
That's a
locker
great
room
point,
apart.
dog.
You see it
That's
all
a
the
great
time.
point.
And
That's
they
a
don't
great point.
they don't get that.
No, 100%.
And they think it's that there's a lot of great head coaches out there.
Yep.
But head coaches do not run the team.
No.
When you win championships,
It's your best players.
it's
Or
your
one
players
players.
that
Yeah,
run the
100%,
team.
100%.
Yes.
Yep.
All of the championship teams that I've been on have actually been run by players.
Absolutely.
That's beautiful.
Like, and I'm no disrespect, I've had some great coaches. But if a coach has to coach every day,
You get a bad team.
your team ain't gonna be that good.
You know that, Mike. You remember there was times in the game, and as great as Spo was, there were times in the game where Braun would be like, "Don't even look over there.
Yeah.
Don't look at him."
And we're not doing that.
Yeah, we can't. He can't help us.
There was times in the when I played in Baltimore, there was time where we not doing that.
Yeah.
When I was in Arizona, I remember when Wiz and Hunt first came. So it was me, Fitz, Kurt, and then we had my homeboy Steve Breston. So me, Fitz, and Steve all went over 1,000 yards one year. And then there was another year where me and
3
Fitz,
receivers?
Yeah.
Damn.
There was another year that me and Fitz went over 1,400 yards.
By the way,
So-
today that'd have been like even more because that,
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was
you're right.
that was like an outlier
Yeah,
back
that was
then.
back then. Yeah, you're right.
So-
That's crazy back then.
I remember when Wiz and Hunt came, like me, Fitz, and Kurt, we were already established. And then they came and they tried to change some stuff that we were doing, like in the offense or whatever. And we were like, bro, we're not doing that.
See, that's the other stuff that drives me crazy. This working. Why are we changing that? Right?
Was
There's not- we-
that
we-
around the
first of
time
all, you just go to the
analytics
Super
started
Bowl.
coming into play? Was it the analytics?
No, it wasn't
thing?
so much of that. It was just where he was, they were used to doing a certain thing. And that's how, coaches are. Like, that's the way they did
That,
things.
to me,
But-
that drives me so crazy. Even in basketball, coaching is not a system; it's personnel.
I agree.
Right? Like you can have the best system in the world if it doesn't fit your personnel, you're not like if you take playoff basketball for example right now. You have to make those adjustments based on your personnel, but you already have you can be the best system. D'Antoni, right?
Yes.
Awesome basketball coach. But you go put him in a certain team, you can't keep running that same system.
Exactly.
Now you got to change, you got to pivot, you got to move, you got to coach your personnel. You don't coach a system.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like when I watch y'all play, like y'all were so dynamic offensively to even hear that sounds crazy to me.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Why
I knew
would
they
you
were
think about it?
dynamic.
Was that right after the Super Bowl stuff, or when was that?
That was right before the Super Bowl.
Okay. And then, so what happened? So talk to me about that.
So again, we buck. We're not doing that. Bro, like, this is how we do things here. Like, either you get on board or, you know what I'm saying? So they came in, they met with us or whatever. Like, okay, you know what I'm saying? We'll blend it. Like, bro, we gonna do what we do regardless.
Yeah.
Like,
The offense ain't been the problem.
yeah. And that was actually what we told them.
Yeah, the offense ain't
Go
been the
worry
problem.
about the defense.
Yeah,
bro.
the
We
offense
put up
ain't been the
points.
problem.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there were just certain times where we just knew we were going to have to outscore the next team.
Yeah.
Like, hey, bro, like, we would say it in the huddle. Hey, bro, like, we got to score every time you touch the ball. Like, and that's legit. But when I got to Baltimore, it was different. Like, the team was built different. It was run the ball and defense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that was the culture in Baltimore. Now you add in a playmaker who can, you know what I'm saying, make plays when you need them. Like, you ain't got to throw me the ball 10 times a game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I want to go hit somebody. I want to go, you know what I'm saying? Like, all of that. But, like, when it comes down to it, you need a clutch third down.
Yeah.
You need a touch, whatever it is. Okay,
The real
let's
shit.
rock.
I'm here.
Talk about that Super Bowl run with the Baltimore Ravens. How you brought them up.
That was crazy. A lot of people don't know. It was a lot of drama going on that year.
Really?
Oh, yeah. We got into it with the coach again. Some vets in the locker room. It was just, you know, he had his way of doing things, and we felt like in order for us to win, we had to change some of the things that we were doing. So, you know, you had some vets in the locker room. We had a come to Jesus meeting.
Yeah.
And it was
Gotta have them.
It was uncomfortable for the coaches.
Yeah.
But I felt like after that meeting, you know what I'm saying, they knew where we stood, and, you know what I'm saying, they let us rock out. And from that point on, like, you know how you just hit, like, everything started hitting, you know what I'm saying, and you started getting in that groove, and then once the playoffs hit, like, we were rolling.
But dog, and that's what you gotta have. Anytime you're trying to, whether it be professional sports or business or whatever it is, man, like, if you trying to be your best version and you trying to push the people around you, you gotta have them uncomfortable conversations, dog. You gotta have them eye to eye, uncomfortable conversations. The one thing I don't believe in is putting your head down and walking away mumbling.
Nah.
That shit don't help nobody. Who you talking to and what are you talking about?
Take a ball whenever that
I
happens.
hate to
Throw
see
it at the back
that.
of that ball.
You get took out the game and you mumbling and walking down towards the edge of the bench with your head. Who are you talking about? Who are you talking to? That does not help the
When I had that
team.
little stint of coaching, when that would happen, I wanted to take that basketball and rifle out.
Bruh, that don't
Hey,
help
man.
nobody, dog. It's the most uncomfortable thing to do, but to go out of that person and to have that conversation, I guarantee moving forward that gonna help.
And
I
you,
guarantee.
Especially if no one
It's
takes
a-
it personal. It's not a personal
Yeah,
attack.
but you also respect. You also
That's what I'm
respect.
saying,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Whoever it is
Yes,
that's across from
absolutely.
you, if they can have that conversation, even if we don't. Hey, bro, I see where you coming from, but I don't agree with it.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can live with that.
Yes.
But you go and say this to that person, and then this.
Yeah.
Well, I can't with you.
That's what causes it.
No,
locker
I
room. So
agree.
you know what I'm saying? I think you have to be open and honest.
No
you know what I'm
doubt.
saying? Hey, bro, like, we grown men.
and both people got to walk away from not taking it personal. Like,
Exactly.
like our boy Champ, James Jones used to always say, don't take it personal, just take it with you.
Yeah, exactly. That was great. Don't take it personally, just take it with you. Chip did used to say that. That's a good one, man. I forgot about that.
Don't take it personal, just take it with you. Here is a dirty little secret that insurance industry may want to keep under wraps. Insurance companies profit by holding on to your money for as long as possible. So after an accident, they might do whatever they can to delay or deny your claim. This way, they can keep those profits growing. Morgan & Morgan fights hard against these corporations to fight to make sure you get every dollar you deserve. When in court, the insurance companies want juries to think that at-fault driver is the one paying the verdict amount. Meanwhile, it's really the insurance companies who are covering the cost. When Morgan & Morgan takes on a case, they're almost always going after the big insurance companies and not the individuals at fault. Morgan & Morgan fights hard for their clients, and these corporations know that. A recent client in Pennsylvania just received $29 million. That's $29 million. Insurer's best offer was $500,000. Another recent client in Florida received $20 million. Last offer, zero. There's a reason why Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury firm. Hiring the wrong firm can be disastrous. Hiring the right firm could substantially increase your settlement. With Morgan & Morgan, it's easy to get started, and their fee is free unless they win. Just visit forthepeople.com/OGs or dial #law 529. That's forthepeople.com/OGs or dial #law 529. This, my friends, is a paid advertisement. Fight fans, UFC 317 is almost here, and it's shaping up to be a can't-miss card. With high-stakes matchups and title implications online, every punch, kick, and takedown counts. There's no better way to get in the action than with my partners at DraftKings Sportsbook. Right now, new customers who bet just $5 get $150 in bonus bets instantly. No matter who you're backing in the octagon, Now's the time to make your picks. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and sign up using my promo code OGs. The crown is yours. Stay in on the action and use your $150 in bonus bets on DraftKings same game parlays for a shot at an even bigger payout. Combine multiple bets together from the same game. Love the thrill of live betting? DraftKings has got you covered. Bet live in progress games right as they happen, making watching the game that much more exciting. If sports betting is not yet available in your state, don't worry. You can still join in on all the fun with DraftKings Pick 6 and have the shot to win cash prizes. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers use my promo code OGs and bet just $5 on any wager and get $150 in bonus bets instantly. That's promo code OGs only at DraftKings Sportsbook.